San Diego. Sun, surf, and laid-back vibes. But what if I told you this paradise was never meant for us? Because underneath this modern city lies a forgotten underworld, one filled with secrets. We walk above it every day. Streets paved over graves, neighborhoods built atop mysteries, and cliffs hiding tunnels that once whispered with secrets. San Diego isn't just built on history, it's layered over things we were never meant to find. From the ghostly echoes of colonial cemeteries to tunnels carved in rebellion and bones so old they shake the foundations of history books, every inch of ground hides a question. What if these tunnels, these graves, these ancient bones weren't just forgotten? What if they were never meant to be found? Or worse, what if San Diego was never built by us at all? The deeper we dig, the more we uncover. And once you see what's buried beneath San Diego, you may never look at this city the same way again. If you've walked these streets your whole life, or planning visiting it, buckle up. What if we're building cities on top of secrets we were never meant to disturb? Watch to the end. The last thing we uncover might change how you see every city. You're walking through Old Town, maybe on your way to grab tacos or browse a souvenir shop. Beneath your feet, graves, hundreds of them. El Campo Santo Cemetery was once a sacred resting ground, dating back to the 1800s, but over time, the city grew and the dead were forgotten. Sidewalks and streets were laid down, businesses popped up, cars parked right on top of tombs. More than 400 people were buried at El Campo Santo, but many were never moved when the area was developed. Some graves now sit directly beneath asphalt and concrete. Even more chilling, over in Mission Hills Pioneer Park, children laugh and play, running on lush grass. But just a few feet below the surface, rows of Catholic graves. Tombstones were cleared out decades ago and dumped to make room for a park. The bodies, though, still there. Over the years, eerie tales have surfaced of sudden chills, ghostly figures drifting through the trees, and car alarms wailing above the forgotten dead. This isn't fiction. It's history paved over in the name of progress. The city grew, the graves stayed, and now we walk through the past without even knowing it. If you've ever walked that park at night, you'll never look the same again. But if forgotten graves lie just beneath our feet, what else have we built over without realizing what we were standing on? In 1992, a crew was widening Route 54 near National City when they stumbled on something ancient, Mastodon bones. At first, it looked like just another Ice Age discovery, but when scientists examined the bones closer, they noticed something strange. The bones had been broken in very specific ways, cracked open as if by tools. Large stones nearby showed signs of having been used as hammers and anvils, the kind of breakage pattern you'd expect from intelligent hands, not just natural forces. When dating tests came back, the scientific world was stunned. 130,000 years old. That's over 100,000 years before humans were ever thought to exist in North America. The Cerutti Mastodon site, as it became known, sparked a firestorm of debate. Was this evidence of an unknown hominin species? An early wave of human ancestors? Or just a misinterpretation of fractured fossils? But in a 2017 report, one archaeologist claimed the evidence was too precise to be coincidence, and that the tools showed wear consistent with repetitive, intelligent use. The mainstream scientific community remains skeptical, but the site still sits there, whispering a question few want to answer. What if modern humans weren't the first to walk this land? What if someone or something beat us here? And what if they left something behind? San Diego's Gaslamp Quarter is known for its nightlife, bars, and historic charm. But few people know, beneath those streets lies another world, one not found on tourist maps. In the late 1800s, Chinese immigrants faced brutal discrimination. Laws restricted where they could live and how they could work, so they adapted underground. They built a network of tunnels beneath their homes and businesses, hidden routes that wove beneath the city's surface. Some say these passageways offered safe movement from one building to another. Others claim they were used to store supplies or hide from police raids. Then there are the darker stories, whispers of tunnels used to smuggle opium or even human lives, underground dens, gambling halls, secret clubs tucked below the surface. Over the years, most of the tunnels were filled in or sealed shut, but some entrances still exist, in basements of century-old buildings, behind rusted doors never meant to be opened again. And in 1996, a city inspector reported finding a bricked-off corridor filled with strange carvings, symbols that didn't match any known language. To this day, no one has explained what they were. Some even say one tunnel leads to a sealed chamber, one no one dares to enter. Whether they were sanctuaries or smuggling routes, one thing is clear. San Diego once had a shadow city, hidden beneath the real one. What if that city still exists, just out of sight? Would you step into one of these tunnels if the door creaked open today? In La Jolla, overlooking the ocean, there's a curious little shop. Walk past the postcards and souvenirs, and you'll find something stranger, a staircase that descends into the cliff. This is Sonny Jim's Cave, a hand-carved tunnel from 1902. It was dug in 2 years by a German artist named Gustav Schultz, who turned the natural sea cave into a tourist attraction. Visitors paid 50 cents to walk down 145 steps to the water below. But that's not the full story. During Prohibition, when alcohol was banned across the US, this innocent tourist trap took a darker turn. Bootleggers began using the tunnel to smuggle in liquor from ships offshore. Some say it was also a route for opium and illegal immigration. Hidden under La Jolla's million-dollar cliffs was a pipeline of forbidden trade. And the name? Sonny Jim was a serial mascot back then. His face supposedly matched the cave's jagged opening. A goofy name, a secret tunnel, and a question that still lingers. What other innocent landmarks hide illegal histories? Or what if a paradise was built on poison? Families picnic, kids splash in the water, paddleboards glide across the bay. But beneath the soft sands of Mission Bay, something toxic lurks. Ever smelled gas in Mission Bay? You weren't imagining things. Stay with us. We'll tell you why. Between 1952 and 1959, this area was used as a dumping ground, not just for trash, but for dangerous industrial waste, acid sludge, cyanide, paint, even materials from the aerospace industry. City planners covered the mess with layers of sand and soil. Then, they built one of San Diego's crown jewels right on top of it, a water wonderland known today as Mission Bay Park. But the poison wasn't gone, it just got buried. Over the years, methane gas has bubbled up through the soil. Studies have shown pockets of chemicals still trapped underground. In some areas, workers had to install vents to keep gases from building to explosive levels. Some locals wonder if cases of cancer or illness are connected. The city has spent millions monitoring and managing the risk, but it's still there. We think we know our land. We think it's safe. But sometimes, paradise has a past it never told us about. What if your favorite beach is built on buried poison? And what if we've done this in cities around the world, but only San Diego's is starting to leak? We've walked over the dead, dug through impossible fossils, explored tunnels carved by fear, rebellion, and opportunity. San Diego is a city above ground, but its truth lives below. Every layer we peel back tells a different story. Bones that challenge everything we know about human history. Caves that carried secrets across borders. Waste buried under blue skies and ocean breezes. We'd like to think we've conquered the land, built over it, paved it, owned it. But what if the land has been shaping us this whole time? What if we're just the latest layer on top of something far older? The deeper we dig, the more the illusion cracks. That this place is just a beach town, that it's clean, that it's new, that the story started when we arrived. So here's the question. What else is down there? What haven't we found yet? Or worse, what have we buried on purpose, hoping we'd forget? Because San Diego is just one chapter in a much bigger story. A story written beneath our feet, in bone, in stone, in secrets. If you like this journey underground, there's more where that came from. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Have you ever walked these streets? Or do you have a local story we missed? Let us know if you've seen something strange or if you have your own story to share. Share it below. We might feature your comment in our next episode. Stay curious, stay bold, and whatever you do, don't stop digging.